Hello again. So I'm making some apple sage pork chops, so I thought I would share that with you. First I'm going to salt and pepper my pork chops. Then I'm going to dust them lightly in flour. And these are really good for those of you, I need some oil, that like your pork chops and applesauce. Put some EVOO in there. Need to fill that up. See, I'm always halfway unprepared with you guys. I'm trying to keep one hand clean while I make a mess. And then you put these in the skillet and brown them. I'm not the biggest fan of pork chops, but this is a really good recipe. I like the flavors, the apple and the sage, onion. And you can use your dehydrated apples in this. I'm using some of my home canned chicken broth. And if all you had was your canned pork, I would cook off my apples and my onions until they were nice. Make a bit of a gravy with the flour and add my canned pork. And you've got a really quick dinner there with just your pantry stock. So you can always play with recipes, always. Work with what you have. If you're stuck, you know, and you can only use your preps, this is totally doable. So there we go. I'll save that flour for the gravy. I'll wash my hands. The light says it's on. Okay, it's on. Goodness, it should be hot by now. It's been sitting there 5 minutes. Flour. Messy thing. So yeah, just brown those off. When those are browned off, add your apple and your onion. Stir those around a bit. And then add the chicken broth and stuff. So I'll let these brown up and then I'll be back. Okay, we're all browned off. Can you hear me over the sizzling? I'm going to add the apples and the onion. Spread those around the pan and the stove. Smells really good already. I'm going to take a little bit of this flour that I had left. To absorb the rest of that oil in the pan. Stir that around. Hopefully you're neater than I am. You know this only happens when you're trying to cook on cam, right? You're only messy when you're on cam. Stir that around. I'm going to make mashed potatoes and broccoli. And with the leftover mashed potatoes, I'll show you a dinner that I make with the canned corned beef. I'll have a video for that soon. So many things you can make with the foods that you put up. And like I said, you can use dehydrated apples with this. You can use your dehydrated onion with this. You can use your canned pork and the broth you probably already have in there. And this will be ready much quicker. So I'm going to add my homemade chicken broth. And this will make its own gravy. And for us, this will feed 4 people. And then put a lid on it and let it simmer until these pork chops are tender and your apples are tender and your gravy is thickened. It's really good. It's sweet and savory. Oh, and add your sage. I forgot the most important part. The sage. And if you have fresh or your dried sage from the garden, which I'll be planting extra of that this year because I use a lot of it in the fall. Add that and stir it in. And that just adds a really nice flavor with the apple. It's a very fall, wintry meal. And you can add some dried parsley or fresh parsley at the end to make it all pretty. And at the end, you can taste it for salt, you know, depending on how you do your chicken broth. So yeah, put a lid on that, turn it down to low, and just let it simmer. So I will be back to show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, here is our apple sage pork chop. And as usual, it's smoking hot. I need to put some broccoli on my plate. That's the gravy. Get a little apple. It's really good. I hope you guys try this one. It's tasty. Hot. It's really tender. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And I'm not even a pork fan. So I hope you try it. And I'll see you next time. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Bye.